What's up, guys, and welcome to my review of the LEGO Star Wars Tantive 4. Before we begin looking at the actual set, let's go over the facts. So this is recommended for ages 12 and over. It is set number 75244, and it has 1,768 pieces. This set was released back in 2019 in May, and was retired at the very end of 2020, so it was only on shelves for a little over a year. But here is what the back of the box looks like, just some beautiful artwork and showing off some of those play features as well. Here's a closer look at all of the pictures of the play features, which we will get into in just a little bit. Alright guys, this is the finished product. I just finished building this set. This thing took me, I watched the entire New Hope and finished it a little after the movie ended. So I would say this took me 2.5 hours-ish. So definitely a very fun building process. It was a little bit tedious because of all those engines, but I mean, I enjoyed myself building this set for sure. And before we actually get into the build, let's look at our minifigure selection. Alrighty, so our first minifigure is Bail Organa, and I really do love the olive green coloring that this guy has. Of course, the nice cape piece and the silver blaster, and this minifigure is actually pretty dang expensive nowadays, so definitely glad I have this guy in the collection. But this is definitely a very welcome addition of a minifigure in this set, as this set is based off of A New Hope, and surprisingly, we don't even see this guy in A New Hope. He's only mentioned by Leia, because this is Leia's adopted father. So pretty cool that they decided to add this guy to the set. Alrighty, next up we have Leia Organa herself. All of the minifigures in this set do have that silver blaster, which I do like. But she has nice printing on her dress piece. Very accurate printing with the hood on the back right there. And then her belt. And then her hair piece is very nice with those two buns on the side. So, very nice minifigure to have. And they also included just a normal pair of minifigure pants or legs so that you could sit her down in the ship. But these legs do not feature any printing. Next up, we have Captain Antilles, the man who met his fateful end at the hand of Lord Vader. But I really do love the look of this guy. They nailed the printing. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any leg printing, but that's not too big of a deal. But this minifigure does look pretty dang nice, and he's also pretty expensive nowadays, going upwards of $60. Next up, we just have a normal Rebel Fleet Trooper. I mean, this guy looks a little bit better, but pretty similar to the original ones we saw back in 2008, I think it was, with those original battle packs. I really wish we saw more of these guys. They only included one in the new Yavin 4 base set, but like I said, if they released a battle pack of this set, that would be awesome. But this guy looks very great as well. Next up, we have C-3PO with very nice, he has a little bit of hip printing right there, and then very nice leg detailing as well. This minifigure just looks great. I mean, we've gotten C-3PO in a ton of sets, and this is definitely one of the best looking I've seen. And yeah, not much to say, just a pretty good looking C-3PO minifigure, but not the most exciting because we've seen C-3PO in so many sets. And finally, we have the legendary R2-D2. Not much to see here. We've seen R2-D2 just so many times, but this one does not have back printing. I think the ones they've been coming out with lately have back printing, but this one does not. But yeah, just pretty generic R2-D2 minifigure that we've seen plenty of times before. I think this is a great minifigure selection. I would have loved at least one more of these Rebel Fleet Troopers, but other than that, I think they did a fantastic job with the minifigures. And I love how they threw in this Bail Organa minifigure, even though they totally didn't have to, and they could have just had these 5 minifigures right here, like they did with the 2009 model. So I would give this minifigure selection a 9 out of 10. So what do I think about the Tantive 4 itself? Well, I think this is a very beautiful and well-designed model. It does have some sticker detailing on the front. There wasn't too many stickers where it got super tedious and annoying, but just a good amount to add some very nice details, especially here on the front cockpit. Speaking of which, let's start off with these front cockpits. Like I said, sticker detailing here on the front and on this top panel right here. And then you can just pop these off pretty easily. They're just connected by a few studs right there. And then you have some nice little seats for your minifigures. So obviously you can fit in one of your Rebel Fleet Troopers. Just slide them in there just like this. Pretty just generic basic seating for him. And then go ahead and pop on that canopy. And yeah, he fits perfectly. I mean, his helmet doesn't get in the way of putting on the cockpit or anything. So just a nice little way of fitting in a couple minifigures at the front. Moving on closer to the midsection of the seat, we have a 360, pretty much 360 degree, not totally 360 degree, but a nice range of motion with these turrets as well as a couple of stud shooters. I don't really have to demonstrate how those work. And then here at the bottom, we have another little turret that can kind of spin around and shoot. And then also another detail I forgot, kind of at the front, but also at the bottom, you can see these little gray cone pieces that you can just push, and they shoot out some spring-loaded shooters that are located at the front of the ship right here. So nice little play feature right there. Now for the midsection, we have a couple more turrets, just spin around basic turrets, you know. But I think they'd get the job done. They definitely make the ship look pretty good. At the top, we have some greeveling right here. I really like the just the little details that they put, just little random pieces that make the greeveling look good. And also on the side right here of the ship. And then obviously, probably the main play feature of this set is that you can just kind of open this up, pops off like this. And then these are on little hinge pieces, and then we have a nice little interior in here. So you can put like Captain Antilles and Leia all at the table right here. So you got a little bit of space. I'm not totally happy with this interior. I mean, it is an awkwardly shaped ship where there's not going to be some big interior like a Star Destroyer or like a turbo tank, you know, but you have a nice little stickered table right here for some extra detail. A nice little computer control panel right here, but unfortunately you can't have any minifigures really stand in the ship because then you can't fit on the top of it. So you always have to have the minifigure sitting down, but they do fit in there pretty nicely, and it is a pretty decent interior with what they had to work with. Like, again, the shape of the ship is a little awkward and skinny, so it's pretty hard to really fit a sizable interior. Anyways, right here, you can pop this off, and we have an extra pair of spring-loaded shooters in there, so a pretty nice little storage compartment and a nice use of interior space where otherwise they could have just not had anything in there and they had just no play features or anything like that. So pretty nice right there. On either side of the Tantive, we have these that kind of pop out, and basically what they are, they're just escape pods. So kind of just the things that C-3PO and R2-D2 escaped in down to Tatooine. So you can definitely fit R2-D2 in there. Just slide them in just like that. Pop on the top. And then just slide it back on, just like so. So there's two of those located at each side, obviously. And I really love the way they integrated the handle into this set. So it's kind of like on this radar dish, but basically you just lift it up like this. And yeah, very nice integrated handle. It's not, the Tantive isn't front heavy or anything like that. It's just a nice, pretty well balanced set. It is a little front heavy actually now that I'm carrying it around, but definitely a very nice swooshable set. And the engines don't weigh it down in the back or anything. It's a very nice and well put together model. Now finally, we're going to look at the back of the Tantive, and probably my favorite part of it is just the back engines. I mean, these look just incredible. All, what is this, 11 of these engines. I mean, the building part was a little bit tedious, building all these engines, but man, when they all come together, I just love just how many engines and just how cool this looks, especially when you see it in A New Hope as it's flying away from the Star Destroyer, just seeing all the engines. I mean, I don't know, just something about seeing all these engines is just very cool. I also wanted to point out just all the little details of the greebling and stuff. Again, like we saw at the midsection, just all these little details, little panels, just all these little pieces they were able to fit in, and all these small pieces just make it look so much just better and put together, more complete. And you can really tell, I mean, the detail or the designers really put a lot of effort into this set, and I do think it is a fantastic looking model. All right, guys, so I'm going to quickly go over my final thoughts of this set. So I think this set retailed for $150 or $200 back in 2019, and now new and sealed it goes for $300 plus. I was able to get this at $250 because I made an offer to the guy on eBay. But this set, if you are a fan of the New Hope or original trilogy, I mean, this is the Tantive to get. Or if you've ever been looking for a Tantive, because there were two other models or two other versions of this set that came out back in 2009 and the 2001. The 2001 is a lot bigger, but it is a 2000s model, which means it's kind of outdated. There's a lot of studs and stuff, but this, I mean, this set, it's a great display piece. It's a great play set. So it's kind of the both, like, you get the best of both worlds as like a UCS set, as it's like a great display piece, something that catches your eye. And also a great play set where you can open up, have an interior, have, you know, spring-loaded shooters, a nice carrying handle, you know, stuff like that. But, I mean, this is, like, a very iconic ship. Definitely one a lot of collectors and people recognize, a lot of Star Wars fans. So, if you guys want a Tantive, I would definitely recommend picking up this set before it keeps going up in value. Like I said, it's like new and sealed box. It's like $300. You can probably get one used for like $200 or $250. So I definitely recommend getting this set if you guys want. But anyways, guys, that's going to conclude this review. Definitely leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys want to see more reviews like this on rare and retired sets, as I do have a lot in my collection. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about this set, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.